good, because as an idol, we all know hearing yourself is the best possible thing. Except, you know, most people, after they hear themselves like for the first little bit, have to get used to it a lot because they have to realize that their voice doesn't actually sound like what they think it sounds like, and it's actually like really big. Just get rid of them. It's just send them away. Hey guys, what's going on? We are here today in the 5DARPS room once again. Had a bit of a fail stream earlier. Had a bit of a fail, but it is unfailed itself. It has been the unfailed, so we got that going for us. It's really good. There are a couple of things I want to show off. It's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter one, because there's not as much stuff to go over as last time. Because as last time we went over all of the new mechanics, the keywords, the equipment. I don't have the other ones set up yet. The other ones are going to be about like what Destiny tokens and stuff like that are going to do. So obviously I don't have those like yet thrown in here. You know what I mean? But they'll be here eventually. That'll probably be the next thing I do. Also, whenever I say next thing I do, it'll probably end up being that and getting the starter decks completed. I need a couple of cards for everybody's decks, because I like uploading everything all at once. So I do need a couple of cards for everybody's decks, and then I should be good. But we shall see. We shall see. Uh, what is going on though, my dudes? There are a few things we can throw in there today. A couple of things from a couple of different peeps have been ready. Not to mention, today we'll probably show off the player cards for all 5 of the player characters that are going to be in today, or that are going to be in the game. And I'll let you guys choose which one of these to bring up first afterwards. But there are a couple of cards to show. There are a couple of new NPC stuff to show from Lindo here. I'm not going to show all the ones that Lindo made, but I do want to show some of the more resilient of people for these games. Um, we gotta show our version of the harem bandits, guys. This is how I gotta go. But yeah, we should be ready to show some things like that going on today. I got some Arizona half and half, so it's like the iced tea and the lemonade. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's going pee well. You know what I mean? But yeah, mostly I want to wait for just like a minute or two, waiting to see if we're gonna be getting some other peeps in here. Not a ton, as of right now, at least from what it says on the Twitch. It says we have 0 people, but there's at least 2 of you in here. I know that for a fact. I'm not sure where 2 translates to 0, but we'll be figuring that out in the future, supposedly. But it's for some reason it says 0. It takes a minute sometimes. How you guys doing? We are going to
Hey, a new
oh
guy! Did you know we're the Phantom Thieves? Ryuji!
13th month, 13 months of Magi. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. um, with that being said, we have some player character stuff to show. We have I updated the 4 cards on here that I wanted to update, because there were typos and other things going on. I put Glyph's thing up there. This isn't the actual cards. These are just the cards that I use to show that the updates have happened. But I did update these 4 to get rid of their typos, and I gave the legendary token to Glyph and to 6 Sense. So now they can only have 1 in the deck each. So that's something. I see it say 19 people. It says 16 now. So now it's starting to update. It's starting to do those updates. Either way. So we have those. I can show those off if people want to, but we've already kind of shown off these cards. I also have a new one of this. Actually, I do want to show off the gold coin. So let's go ahead and just modify those. Get them out of here. And then we'll grab freaking Jock. So there are 2 cards that I want to start off with. These are probably the 2 that like aren't as big. These are probably the two that people will probably go like, yeah, that's cool and all, but show us the real things. So let's go ahead and get those out of the way first. How about the updates that we've done to the gold coin right here, the gold moon coin. We changed the art up slightly. I did some color correction on it. We have the 2 cards in the opponent's hand. There's 2 periods. God dang it! How come I can only notice these things in game? there's 2 dots. No. Well, I gotta fix it again. But then add an equal number of cards from the top or bottom of your deck to your hand. So I changed it to where you could add stuff from the top or bottom of your deck to your hand. The reason I did that is because I wanted to make another coin, another one to kind of go with that. So I ended up making this. I made Silver Moon coin. I know, puppy. Ended up making Silver Moon coin. That will allow it to kind of go with it. The moon, I don't like it as much as this thing. I feel like there should have been some more thick outline, but you know, I'm not an artist. I can't really do things very well. This is about as good as you can ever get from me. What do you want, puppy? Anyway, but right over here it just says when this card's played, you can activate one of the following effects. Add up to 2 cards from your graveyard or to the bottom of your deck, then add 1 gold moon coin from your graveyard to your hand, or add 1 gold moon coin from your deck to your hand. You can only activate 1 silver moon coin per turn. So this basically searches out gold moon coin. You can use it to get some cards to the bottom of your deck, and then gold moon coin. If you add 2 cards to your opponent's hand, you can get an equal number of cards from the top or bottom of your deck. So you can just use this to get the cards you put in from silver moon coin. I thought that would be really cool. Like a really cool 1-2 punch. Especially if you've already used a gold moon coin, this could be really good. Either way, it basically just puts cards in your opponent's hand, so that's still really dangerous. But it is worth it because you can choose up to 2 cards from your graveyard basically to add to your hand immediately with gold moon coin. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I may end up making some other things that synergize with this. I may end up doing some other things going with some stuff like that. But I thought it'd be pretty neato. So that is just add a smiley face. You're right. Hold on. What was I thinking? Obviously, there just needs to be a big ol' smiley, just ear to ear, and then we gotta throw in anime. You know. Obviously that's how Silver Moon coin should have been from the beginning. I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. This is my apology video. Add it to the doc. But but yeah, that is the Silver Moon coin. I may end up making some other moon coins, or I may end up making some cards that work with the moon coins. Maybe that'll be where the bunnies come in. I still want to make bunnies. I still want to put bunnies in the game. I don't know. I still want to put a bunch of bunnies in. But maybe I'll mess with that a bit. I have to mess with this again just because of this, and I hate it. But what do you want, puppy? What? What do you want? I gotta get puppy cam up in a minute. A copper moon coin? Ooh, maybe. Then maybe an electrum or a platinum piece. That might be pretty fun. That'd be kind of cool though if I had somebody redraw all the coins for me. Like if I had Lindo or somebody redraw like 5 different coins, so I can have a new gold coin, a new silver coin, and then throw in a copper, a platinum, and an electrum or something, and have it be just a big D&D reference. That'd be kind of fun. The face is not even touching the coin, but that's fine. Who cares? That'd be kind of neat. Nobody uses electrum? Yeah, but it's still fun to get. It's still fun to get and then convert immediately into other things. I'm busy already, Blue. Listen, I know. This isn't gonna be something I would need for the beginning of the campaign, Lindo. Come on now. Man up. I'm kidding. Speaking of Lindo, before getting into many other things, let's go ahead and show off some of the other peoples that we got going on. How about that? Da-da-da-da. This is a tile. It's not going to show up very well on a tile. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it in my face. Peoples. I know, right? We have the golden egg, which let's just get rid of everything. There we go. Perfect. Are you a tile? You're not a tile. All right, cool. We'll use the golden egg for now to be the thing here. So Lindo had made a couple of NPCs for us. And after he made those NPCs, I'm like, that's really cool and all, but it'd be really cool, Lindo, if they didn't have any features and were basically the equivalent of the harem bandits that we'd have in this world. So we have some generic punks, and I love them. We have generic punks, and they come in 3 different flavors. We got harem punks. You're right. We got the harem punks, guys. We got 3 flavors of harem punk. Berry blast, fruit punch, lemonade. But and before we also have to like look at these really cool dual discs that he threw onto them. They are based off the ones on the show. These are not the hybrid discs from the show that Yusei has, but they are the kind of normal discs that a lot of different berry, cherry, and lemon. Yeah, maybe. I never really liked throwing cherry beside blueberry. Because it makes me want to say strawberry, but then if I do that, if I go strawberry and blueberry, then it makes me want to say like lemonberry or something, which isn't true. So it's like I think the one I did before was good. Cool Ranch, nacho cheese, and salt and vinegar. Why not like Cool Ranch, nacho cheese, and like? No, you're right. That's the best. Queso. We did it. We have Cool Ranch, nacho cheese, and queso. I love it. Yeah, we got some punks. We got some harem punks going down. I want one day later on, when Lindo isn't as fucking humongously busy, I might have him make me a girl punk. Or just like a random female to go with this, and then we'll have 3 different flavors of them too. Who's to say? But like right now, Lindo's doing a bunch of stuff for me, so that is how we're doing things. The Holy Teen, the Holy Trinity. Look at them. Nacho cheese is here in the middle. We have Cool Ranch and we have queso. But I look like a boy band because they are obviously. But no. We love them to death. They are our generic NPCs that will most likely, if people end up loving them enough, get their own PC art. Maybe one of them is Obelisk Jones. We don't fucking know. I'm not gonna tell. So I love how they're red, blue, and yellow though for Slifer, Obelisk, and Raw as well. It's so great. It's wonderful. Let's go ahead and put these. Let's go ahead and put our Flava Flavs over here. We all love them. They're so great. We got a couple other things to potentially show today. So don't wanna linger too much on one of those. How did Obelisk Jones survive so long? You assume it's the same Obelisk Jones. It could be his lineage. It could be the Obelisk Jones lineage has survived this long. In the Doom timeline, whenever the kids got sucked out away and disappeared, he was actually not affected by it in this timeline. So he had survived into the rescue operation that the people outside of Duel Academy did, and he was one of the only survivors of Duel Academy. as such. He was a celebrity for a bit, and you know, he got you know, really deep into politics and finance, which are the other two things, because obviously we all know the world only revolves around three things: politics, finance, and duel monsters. So he got into politics and finance, making him like a truly perfect being. He then had many different wives, but finally settled down eventually with one. Had a kid, and then his lineage continued. It's just every single time. Um, he names the next one in his line Obelisk. Or maybe he goes like in a cycle. Maybe he names like Obelisk, Slifer, and Ra. Um, and it just so happened we're on like the third Obelisk of them. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Obelisk Jones is an Earthbound Immortal. You know, that explanation's a lot quicker and a lot easier than mine. Um, Other than that, we have some other arts we can show off. Why does why does Obelisk Jones have a better backstory than the main characters? Because Obelisk Jones is amazing. That's why. What's the Silver Coin King? Silver Coin thing without the little smiley face on it is a new card that is going to work with Gold Moon Coin. Basically, it is going to allow the search of Gold Moon Coin and the ability to go into one of Gold Moon Coin's effects that is getting things from the bottom or top of your deck. We may end up making some other coins in the future, but these are so far the two moon coins we have. Um, Other than that, maybe we'll have like sun coins. So like maybe the copper and maybe copper and platinum will be like sun coins or something. I don't know. Just to show like, you know, a different thing on like each side kind of thing. Other than that, we got some other cards done. So I did want to show off a couple of those as well. Most of the rest of the stuff that's already been that is here has already been kind of shown in other places, but I did want to actually have myself actually show them off as well. But we do have one more synchro monster that I want to show everybody. This one is. Boop. We finally got the new art for Shadow Thief Thrillseeker. This was done by King Hubris. He has done such a freaking fantastic job with her, and I love her to death. And yeah, we finally have the true Shadow Thief Thrillseeker finally done. I love it so much. It's so good. It is got a little bit lacking in the attack and defense department, but the effect is absolutely fantastic. If you ever have a your opponent discard or send from the deck to the graveyard due to an effect you control, you can choose one of those cards and add it to your hand once a duel, which is really good. Or once while this card's on the field, but you know what I mean. But yeah, we finally have our Goyle. She was based off of Carmen Sandiego, if I have her over here, I believe. Bleh, 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 bleh. There we go. Here's the placeholder image. But we finally have the true Shadow Thief Thrillseeker. I really love it. It's so good. There's some kind of jagged edges around whenever you're using it with these tokens that don't show up whenever you use the actual cards. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty heckin' good. Finally get rid of that one. Where in the world is Shadow Thief Thrillseeker? there's a couple too many syllables in there, but you know, it kind of works. Um, and not only that, we do have a token for her as well. Depending on what happens throughout the game, maybe we'll get a different token for her that isn't just the same pose she has here. Maybe we'll have other people make it as well. So we'll have like the card art, and then we'll have like the token art from different people. Who's to say? But I really enjoy this. King Hubris went above and beyond when it came to her. I love her to death. Um, so that is the other card that I wish to show. We have a bunch of stuff back here that I grabbed from other rooms, just to kind of have the things around in case I needed them. But I don't think I'm gonna need a lot of the things back there. But we shall see. We shall see. I wanted to grab them just in case. Um, Last couple of things I can really show before I show the actual like cards here, because these are the ones I think everybody's going to be really wanting to see today. Although, if you guys have seen Prince Phantom streams, you guys have already seen these. But we'll see how things are. We'll see how things go. If we were to do this, this is something nobody has seen though. I am currently working on the actual thing for the 5Ds room. So if I switch over, currently, as you can see, things are still kind of working, kind of getting fixed up. I'd have to move things over there. I think the puppies are fighting. But we have currently just the NetNavi slideshow off to the side. I'm not sure entirely what we're gonna keep there or not. And we have some things here. This is the one that is kind of still a work in progress. I have a couple of other versions of this that I would like to show off as well. We can turn off the slideshow, because again, the slideshow is just there to show that there could be a slideshow there. I may not even do a slideshow for this one, but we shall see. We shall see. So if I go over to here, I can show off some of the other versions that we have of it. For example, the one that I should actually be showing. Channel. Rolling down. There it is. What are you doing? Okay, let's get the puppy cam up. Just so you guys know I'm not talking to myself. Just so that you guys know I'm not crazy. There it is. they're jumping at me and they're acting weird. But we got some people stuff. As we go here. Look at him. He's going crazy. I don't understand. This is another one of the versions of it that I think this one's a little bit more complete looking. It basically just has some spots on it for the different boxes over at the bottom right and over at the top left, which you can't see the top left one right now, but you can see like there's little boxes for each of the different like little things up there. Over at the bottom right, we have the thing for the event. We have the stuff down there at the bottom, and then we have the thing in the very top left. This is the one that I'm probably gonna end up going with. We can see behind it like there's like some synchro lines and stuff. I based it off of an image that I ended up having to recreate, but at the same time, there's something missing with it. I'm not sure what it is yet. The other one I'm working on potentially is this one, which is again using the same kind of synchro image that I redid, but like different colors. This is a little bit more vibrant, but also there's a little bit too much going on, I feel. There's way too many colors in it, way too many things going down. The puppies are killing each other, I think. I think they're dying. I don't know. I don't know. It's some sort of gladiatorial combat. They're doing something is what they're doing. I don't know. We'll leave them alone to their gladiatorial combat. But yeah, I'm working on both of these currently to see which one of these we're gonna end up going with. It'll probably end up being some variation of this one. Just because I feel like this one is better for keeping the focus on the game, whereas this one may kind of look a little bit better, but it draws your eye's attention away from the game. You know what I mean? So one or the other will end up being the one we end up going with. I'm still kind of working on it, but there's the work in progresses for that. The final thing I'd like to show off before doing anything, let's go ahead and go back to full screen. Bleh. There we go. Perfect. It's great. Is these things. There are 5 of them. Look at this. Out of these 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one should we show first, my dudes? These are all the player character images. Grebus says 4. First one to get 2 votes. First one to get 2 votes while I drink my my thing. Num. 2 got 2 votes. No, 3 got 2 votes. 3 is first. Followed by 2. Then 4. And then we'll do 5. I guess we'll do 1. I don't know. 1 didn't get anything. Let's go for 3. Number 3 is Priska Kaufman. They're all color coded as to who is playing them. This is Priska. I don't want to say anything about the character itself, but on the behind area, you see that there is a laboratory or something back there. I put the background for all the characters.
I literally do nothing.
Uh-oh.
Like, I just sit and do nothing, and it's great.
Atomic Gemini, thank you very much for the $30. I never got to watch the live streams of DARP, but I'm super happy to see the progress you've made so far. It's a lot fun series. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. This is Priska. This is Will's character. Yep. All of them are gonna be color coded. So this one is orange. So this is Will's character. Will's playing a girl. Again, I won't say anything about the character. Behind her, I believe, is a card called Level Conversion Lab. I wanted everybody to have one of their starting cards in the background of their arts, or at least like a proxy of their starting cards. You'll see what I mean in a bit whenever we go to FOMO's character, because I ended up having to throw something completely different in the background of hers. We may end up changing it. I don't know. But yeah, this is Will's character. He's got Level Conversion Lab in the background, and she looking real cute. she looking real cute. We had said afterwards we're gonna do number 2. This one's number 2 here. Again, they're all color coded. This one's Piper. This is Piper Rusting with the Thriller Night Blood Moon in the background. Although you may notice this is not the Thriller Night Blood Moon. The Thriller Night Blood Moon did not look very good. So I grabbed Blood Moon from Magic the Gathering and put it into the background. I think it looks really good. This is FOMO's character. This is Piper. This is Piper Rusting. Again, I don't want to say anything about the characters themselves. I'll leave that to the players if I ever get them to show up in here. But that is who we got here. Yeah, I was gonna say, yep, we got us a magic card in the background. I thought that was hilarious. We said number 4 after that, so here's number 4. I think this one's probably the most well done card, other than Piper. I think Piper and this one are the 2 most well done cards. We got Dr. Graves. Dr. Graves with his Cloud Castle in the background. That's a pretty strong card, I will say. That's a pretty strong card. But there's Dr. Graves with his Cloud Castle in the background. This is a can you guess whose character this one is? Bruh. Squeaky? Nah. Well, this is Anthony's. You got basic color theory wrong, Emerald. Why is he covered in scars? He does look like he's covered in scars. He has a lot of scars. Look at him all. And he's even got stitches on his clothes and stuff too. Boy is covered. Will he have Iron Bro? Nah, it just looks like he has Cloud Castle. Should have called him Scar. Why does Anthony have to play dads all the time? I don't fucking know, man. Get on him. Get on Anthony for that. Why does Anthony have to play dads all the time? Why does he have to keep reminding us that we have a daddy fetish for him? Come on. Anthony has a type. It's true. We said 5 after that, so let's go ahead and go to 5. This one, I believe, out of all of them, I love the background. I love the image. I need to figure out a better way to put the names up, because this one kind of looks weird because of that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll just end up not doing anything, because this character doesn't have a last name. And it's not like a big deal for that either. It's just that's why we didn't end up putting like question marks beside it, because it might be a big deal at that point. It's not actually even a big deal. But yeah, we got our boy Julian over here. And this is Jake's character. We We got a couple of blonde and blue-eyed cuties in here. It's really good. Look at them. Got a Julian. Every time I hear Julian, I think yeah, it's basically Marluxia, yeah. Every time I hear Julian, I hear in my head the Big Daddy. Where it's like Adam Sandler's character just saying Julian all the time whenever like the little kid puts on the glasses that apparently make him invisible. Julian, Julian. But yeah, there we go. Da-da-da-da. Are Will and Jake's characters related? Nope. They have zero relation to each other. They just both had a very similar thought for their designs. Not a single one of these characters would have ever met each other before coming into the game. Who's to say anything else? Whether or not anything happens in the background with me, but none of the characters have ever met each other before the game starts. All blonde people are related, exactly. Well, I mean, it's you can kind of think about it because like there's some other like things. There's like the long blonde kind of messy hair with the blue eyes. You can kind of get that from both of them. But yeah, they're not supposed to be related. They were not made to be related. Fun fact: I named him. Hey, there you go. Squeaky named Julian. 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 Also, pose. Very true. One's kind of got like a bit of a thing going there. One has like hands and pox. You know, it's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, there is our Julian, and finally we have number one that's gonna show off, and we got here the first one we ever showed off technically because we showed the card over here. If you remember, there was like a card here that I showed off. Technically, it was the first card we ever showed off. But, you know, it's got a lot of changes since then. We got Abarako. Hey, can you guess who this character is? Has the post-apocalyptic Beast Gear world as the background art for her. Jester, you're right. This is Jester's character. And And there we go. We got Squeakies. She got a scrunchie. I like the scrunchie. I ended up using the scrunchie's colors for the colors of the other things. I ended up like going and color grabbing it. Yo, she kind of bad. Not gonna lie. That's true. Look at her. It's Aaron somehow. it's somehow Aaron's character. She got some things going down. I liked using the post-apocalyptic Beast Girl world in the background for this one. Just thought it'd be pretty cool looking. We'll probably end up again, like I said, redoing Piper's background, and we never said what Jake's background art is. Do you guys want to take a guess on Jake's background card? What that background card is for Jake? I'll give you a hint. We've seen it today. Okay, enough hints. It's Shadow Thief. Is the same background? I just grabbed the background and I put it in there. It's very good. But yeah, that is basically all of them going down. I think this is like a first. We have Will playing a girl and Jake playing a guy. It's like it's not a first for Jake to play the guy, obviously, but like usually Will plays the girls and Jake's usually the guy who like kind of a lot of the time goes to being the girl character. But like we have to do a switch up. It's kind of neat. Our first female majority game on stream, really. I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna have to call you out if I don't find it true. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. 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 Yeah, you're right. I think the only time we ever got close was the Horror Resort RP. Because we had 2 guys and 2 girls there, so I think that's the only time we ever got close. We did it. Wow. I wanted to be all kind of like spread apart, but like, you know, evenly. It didn't work out. Bug was an accident, but he's our accident. It's very true. Agree to disagree. That's very true. NetNavi was actually the one that fixes as well. Except later on we got two new characters. We got a guy majority in the end for patriarchy. But in the beginning it was two girls and one guy. Says the male DM. How dare you? Do I gotta pull up the Knuckles? Do I gotta pull up the Knuckles gif where he's like, just because I'm a what was it? Just because I'm a meathead doesn't mean I can't be a feminist. Not saying I am a feminist, but I think that's a really funny gif, really funny Knuckles. Will says he's making eggs and bakey. We making eggs and bakey, baby. I just pull up the Monica pic too. Oh, where's she at? Where's she at? Monica. She was here a minute ago. I don't know if I'm more or less comforted by the fact that she's not here. Who am I kidding? I love Monica. But yeah, that is currently what we got going down. We'll probably throw these into the 5DARPS chat pretty soon. I'll also throw in a clean version of the backgrounds into the workshop chat. What was it called? The OC workshop. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? That what it do? Is that what it is? Is that what it do? OC workshop. Yes, OC workshop. I did it. Kill me. Is that Slaverman's card in the fucking steel chair? We have a bunch of stuff from the other games over here that I just kind of thrown in here in case I needed them. So I grabbed one of the villain cards. I'm probably not gonna need it. But I just basically grabbed a bunch of stuff from the other rooms in case I needed it. Scrolling up really quick. Squeaky gonna make people fans. You don't even know who she is. That's true. Squeaky, have a type. What's your type? What the fuck is your type? Squeaky? Is Squeaky your type? No, I'm playing. Rosa can kick my ass? What if she has like a 0 in like any of the ass kicking stats? You don't know. She might run. She might run you over. Okay, Spike, calm down. That's very true. Because the Sekibaku voice is coming back. That's true. That's very true. Sekibaku voice going in. We know what that means. That means we got to get this girl fucking like wolf ears and tail. We got to turn this girl into a furry. I gotta Luca you is what we got to do now, right? Squeaky, would you mind if I Luca'd you? How mad at me would you be if I Luca'd you? Does that mean I get a penis too? Sure, man. Girls who can kick my ass is low tier. Try girls who can and will kill me. Perfect. Polo is dangerous. Okay, that's true. We got. Here's the thing. If I'm gonna Luca anybody, why can't I Luca Dr. Graves over here? If anybody has a type, let's talk about freaking Anthony and his daddy characters, huh? How about we talk about that? If anyone here has a fucking type. Blue really doesn't want that female majority. Nah, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Give them all penises. I can't be comfortable unless there's at least like an 80-20 ratio of dick in my game. Can't believe we're using the term Luca as a verb. It's a good verb. It's a pretty good verb. Will says dibs on being the Fuda. Nah, Will unfortunately can't get anything he wants. So Will has to be the only one who's not a Fuda, which is very unfortunate if he was in a certain off-brand type of anime. Being the one non-Fuda in a group of Fudas is not the greatest. It's not the greatest time. Let's not talk about that. Blue likes dick confirmed. Hey, dude, dick's all right. But yes, other than what we've seen here, we do see that we have all 5 of our characters done. They are ready to go in. I don't have their tokens as of yet because I'm not sure what the ratio of like leg to hip I'm gonna throw in this game is. It's a very good ratio, by the way. It'll probably end up being like somewhere like middle, like mid thigh, so we can have the hands and these guys images. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I love how my kids is the one 4 kids couldn't think of a better name for. I'm the Bakura. Exactly. It's just like Tor Graves, Julian, Priska Kaufman, because we know 4 kids loved throwing in fucking any chance they could possibly have of like throwing in like other like things names that weren't Japanese. Then we got Piper Rusty, and then we got Aburako Sato. Vriska? No, it's Priska. 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 But yes. With all that being said, we have shown off today the gold moon coin, the silver moon coin, potentially more moon coins in the future. Stay tuned. We have Shadow Thieves. What? What do you want? No. Anyway, we got the Shadow Thieves Thrill Seeker art by King Hubris. Really freaking hecking good. And as we can see in the art for Julian, this will be one of his cards. Very nice. Very nice. We have the three harem punks. We have the 3 harem punks, which are from now on known as Cool Ranch, Nacho Cheese, and Queso. We love our harem punks here in all their different flavors. We showed off the 5 player characters, and finally, we showed off the potential border for the thing. It's either going to be some variation of this one or this one. I like both of them. We'll end up seeing what we're going to do with either of them later on. If I get rid of Puppy Cam, you'll see there's a thing up there for the stream boss as well for them. We'll have to see. Need a sour cream and green onion flavor? Or sour cream and onion flavor? I don't know, man. Maybe. Maybe we'll throw in. Maybe it'll be like avocado, and we'll just give him like little blushies. But yeah, with all of those things being shown off, what can we assume we'll have ready by next game? We can assume that next game we can probably have at least 1 or 2 of the decks done, potentially. There is still like a caveat there. I can't upload the first pack, quote unquote, until I have all the cards for that pack done. So we will see if I can get that done or not. I'm still missing like I think 5 cards for the pack to be complete. then I'll probably have the other one of these done by next week potentially. And maybe we'll have some more arts to throw in there. But as of right now, that's basically where we're at. We haven't done any questions in a while. We haven't done them, I think, since like the second time we've done these streams. So if you guys have any questions about anything we've shown off today or anything we've shown off in the other games, or in the other streams, I mean, or anything we haven't shown off, I can listen to some questions going down if you want. I'll only listen to questions that that interest me though. If you don't get, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna be like that. Listen, if you add sour cream, you'll have to add barbecue and spicy cheddar. I mean, what is queso but spicy cheddar, right? Like let's be honest. Some of the people are gonna get on me so much for that. What is everyone's favorite color? That's a wonderful question. Get out. Question about the game. I can't give out anything about the characters because the characters are the players' ones that they want to talk about. So it is up to them if they want to give off anything about them or not. I'm not going to say anything about them. So none of those kind of questions. How do you listen to a question in a text-based format? Well, you see, what actually ends up happening is whenever you read something, your brain ends up trying to understand it in a way that it is able to try to do so. So there is a slight chance that you are the type of person that whenever you read things, you actually hear the words in your head whenever you're comprehending them. And you know, if you are that type of person, whenever you're reading books, you also hear things like in character voices and stuff like that as well, which is really good. Or at least what you feel like the characters' voices would be. Like if you ever like read a Harry Potter book before the Harry Potter movies came out, which I don't think any of you have because fucking I'm old, so like they were all probably out by the time you guys were like babies. I don't know. But like things of that nature. That's that's why people usually say listen to questions whenever that kind of stuff goes on. But if you want to be an asshole, I'm kidding. What's your favorite of the custom archetypes? Currently, my favorite is probably still the thriller archetype. I think the thriller archetype is going pretty well. Although, I will say, there is some other custom archetypes that are in the works that you guys haven't seen anything about that are looking pretty neato. But I do enjoy the thriller archetype as I am a cinephile when it comes to horror movies. I absolutely love it. So, like, the thriller archetype is right up my alley. If Konami ever wanted to steal that archetype from me, go right the fuck ahead, but give me money. I know it's not stealing, but fuck you, Konami, give me my fucking money. All right. I have just came in. I have no idea what the game is about. Can you fill me in a bit? Okay. This is gonna be for our Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds game. As you can see, we have a motorcycle over here. This is gonna be for our Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds game. People are gonna be starting off in the satellite, which is an area just off from New Domino or Neo Domino, whichever one you want to say. It is basically a Yu-Gi-Oh game. If you've seen my old DARPS, my old DARP game, it's gonna be somewhat similar to that kind of a thing, only a lot more new. So there's gonna be like techniques and things that I've learned over the course of the different games to implement that'll be a little bit easier than how they were back then. And again, I just want to note there are quite a few Yu-Gi-Oh based games out there, based role plays out there. Whenever I first did DARP, there weren't any Yu-Gi-Oh based games out there. I'm not saying that I started a craze or anything, but I think I started a craze. I'm kidding. But yes, it is a Yu-Gi-Oh themed roleplay, where most of the battles will take place doing card game stuff, which is oddly enough a lot quicker than doing actual combat in D&D. So it'll probably be a very roleplay heavy game. Whenever I go through the different campaigns I make, I usually like try to say what they're going to be. Like in the beginning, I said that Avatar was me trying to figure out movement a bit, so there was a lot more emphasis on moving around the board. That ended up not really being a big case, although we did get a really good trap sequence out at one point, so like maybe we'll go more into that with that. But Zelda, like I said in the beginning, was supposed to be more combat focused. It has been, although not recently. It has been. It was a very combat focused game. And NetNavi is a big hot mess. But we all love our big hot mess that is NetNavi. It is super good, and hopefully this game will be somewhat of a successor to it, because NetNavi is definitely a more roleplay heavy game. This will definitely be a more roleplay heavy game, mostly just for the fact of the actual combats aren't going to take that long. They're going to take like 30 minutes, maybe. But there are going to potentially be more of them because there's more players, obviously. So yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. After that, how will dual disc work again? I remember you saying something about special stats and equip slots and stuff like that. If we look over here at the equipment type of thing, dual discs are going to come in two different variants. There's going to be a dedicated dual discs, and then there's going to be hybrid dual discs. Hybrid dual discs can go onto these models, onto the dual runners, but they have less customization slots. And dedicated discs have more customization, but they can't go onto the dual runners unless you go into a sidecar. The customization slots are known as regulators. They are there to regulate the field. They're there to kind of like get people on par with each other. They're basically the types of things from Duel Links or from the new speed duel mechanics in actual Konami, which is different sort of special abilities that you get from different things. Some of them can give you more life points. Some of them can give you like a one-time use of a thing, stuff like that. And then there's some D-Will parts and stuff like that would go on things. And then there's dual spirits, which basically look like regulators and stuff like that to the naked eye. So like if somebody out there has like a life point regulator, we'll say they get like a plus 500 life points for their game, but you have a dual spirit and your dual spirit's like, oh, you get 1,000. They're gonna be like, dude, that's such a good regulator. Your regulator's so much better than my regulator. And they're like, fuck yeah, that's what that is. That's not a fucking spirit of an ancient freaking cardboard card. What are you talking about? But yeah, that is how that's going to kind of go down. Each model will have different amounts of regulators that can be put into it, and different things of that nature. So, how would a Bunny Girl deck play like? Should one be made? If we did make a Bunny Girl deck, that would basically be a flip effect deck, I would think. It would not flip effect, a flip coin deck. It'd be like a kind of gambly deck, because the only other bunny that is in existence is one of those. Both bunny cards that I can see in my brain, not rabbit cards, bunny cards, are flip effect monsters. Well, one of them's a flip effect monster. One of them is a toss coin monster. You know what I mean? Flipping. God, I'm getting so weird. But yeah. That is how I'd probably do it. I'd probably make it like a gambling deck. Since it's heavily GX associated group of cards, and you said you were going to bring in some for 5DARPS game, is there a chance that Bell cards will be in this game? Potentially. We didn't use a lot of GX cards in the original DARP, Dual Academy RP, for those of you who want to know what DARP means. We didn't use a lot of GX cards there because the GX cards were already used in the original game. We wanted the characters to feel different and new. So just like that with this game, there's not going to be a lot of 5DARPS big cards. There's not going to be a lot of 5Ds cards. No Stardust archetype, no Junk archetype, no Resonator archetype, no Black Rose archetype, no Morphtronic archetype, no Archfiend, Red Dragon Archfiend archetype. Probably won't have the Moon and Sun Dragons. Probably won't have Black Wings. A bunch of the cards for the main heroes and villains, we may still use some of them, but for the main heroes and villains, we're cutting out, and we're replacing them with other things. Some of our own new cards will go into them, like the Thief archetype we're making here, and some anime only cards, as well as some new, some other just cards from other things. Da-da-da-da. Real questions our way. The biggest cup size of the group. I would say that if you're gonna look for anybody here to have a humongous cup size, I would say that if you look at all the pockets of Julian, he probably has at least a 32 ounce somewhere there. Maybe he'd be willing to share. But you know, the big problem is trying to find a straw that's big enough for that cup size. So I would say probably Julian would be able to have like the capacity for like cup sizes more. With all the like deep pockets and things like that. Although Dr. Graves is gonna have like a big bag, so maybe he could fit like something big in there. That'd be probably the biggest cup size, I would think. Um, da-da-da-da-da. Have any of the players even played the game or have ride motorcycles before? I don't know about riding motorcycles. I've rode motorcycles before, and then they told me to stop. Well, they didn't tell me to stop. I couldn't do it anymore because I got blind. So I've ridden motorcycles before. I haven't. I don't think anyone here has zero knowledge of the card game. Squeaky has probably the least amount of knowledge because we have Will, Jake, and Anthony returning from the original DARP game, and Fomel has been putting in a lot of hours getting some Yu-Gi-Oh training in. I don't know how much Squeaky has done. I know that she is not unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh as a concept at the very least. So I know that she's seen different things of the anime and stuff like that. And the game is going to be based a lot more on the anime than the actual card game. So anytime you guys think that a certain thing's going to be overpowered or not, just know that anime logic's going to apply a lot more than regular logic. But yeah, I'd think the one with the least amount of practice is probably Squeaky. As far as the best duelist is concerned out of everybody here, I haven't seen Fomel's stuff, but I would say probably between Will and Jake would be the best player character duelist. Anthony is definitely definitely straight dab in the middle there. I would think he is 100% very much a good duelist, but he does forget things sometimes. So that is probably how I would go. I'd probably go like Will and Jake, then either Anthony or Fomel, depending on which one has the most experience right now, and then probably Squeaky. Fomel's pretty good from our duel links, and there we go. We'd have to see. The way that the thing's gonna go though, this isn't gonna be again based off of like regular duel stuff. So who's to say who's gonna end up being the strongest out of these mechanics? Anime rules are fucking crazy, man. Da-da-da-da. Let's see here. Who would you say are the best and worst duelist players? Just did it. Fuck yeah. Probably Spectrum or what the fuck a card game. We're gonna remove the hand. Better have a synchro what scene? Probably not gonna happen. Because this is not an abridged series. Give Nordics? Maybe. Nordics didn't have a ton to do in the show. We may grab those. But we're more than likely going to cut out anything in favor of our own stuff or for cards that have came out after that. When it comes to the satellite as a place, is it more controlled by gangs or a third party? So the world itself is going to be very much, in my estimation, I'm trying to go for a theme. I go for a theme with a bunch of my different games, but the theme for this one is definitely fun. Because if you look into the stuff behind 5Ds, they had a lot of cult activity and stuff like that in the main series game, which was really interesting and was like one of the best parts of 5Ds until they actually had cult stuff happening in Japan, and ended up cutting a lot of content from 5Ds because of it and ruining their entire show. So it is very much a my world is very much going to be gang/cult focused. Going with the original kind of idea with that. That's going to be kind of like the theme going forward with it. And as far as the satellite is concerned, the satellite is actually very much isolated from actual Neo Domino. There are 3 major gangs in the satellite that basically aren't controlling it, but are controlling the majority of the area outside of the public domain. So there are mostly gang activities happening there. He do got a lot of pockets. He do got a lot of pockets though. You ain't even seen half of it. There's more pockets probably. He has pants on. There's probably pockets in the pants. Will the Earthbound Immortals and the Nordic Gods showed up? I will say that there will at least be reference to the Earthbound Immortals. I'm not sure if they're going to show up or not yet. That is not something that I have completely thrown into the thing. However, There are certain aspects of the Earthbound Immortals that, like I said, didn't actually get to fully come into play in the original 5Ds because a lot of content got cut. So there's actually something that I want to grab from the Earthbound Immortal lore that was not really pulled into a lot. So I'm gonna be using that. So stick around for that. I'm not gonna say anything else, but they will at least be mentioned. As far as the Nordic gods, who knows, man? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. But who knows? Maybe. When we get in our motorcycle, it's right there. You did it. It's right there. There it is. It's right there. One day we might get like an actual like thing to put on it. I don't know, but like it's fine. It's fine the way it is. What you talking about? uh, da-da. The body has all sorts of pockets too. It's very true. There can be more or less pockets depending on how big your body shape and what gender you are as well. With all that being said, is there any other questions about the game in general, or about any expectations for the game, or anything other than again character stuff? Because I can't tell you guys character stuff. I can tell you this: I love all 5 of these characters. Whenever they were making the characters, I was very much with them all doing so, and I was able to ask them certain questions about things, and I absolutely love every single one of the characters that they made for this one. I feel like there's gonna be potentially some tension among certain things if certain things get revealed about certain characters. But I do think that they are going to at least be able to be have some camaraderie among them. So I think that's going to be pretty fun. How much of these will people be making fan art of? Because we know it'll happen. Um, Probably a lot. I don't know. You have to ask like the people who make the fan art, man. I would say it's most likely that the girls usually get a lot more fan art than the guys. But if there was ever a time for I think Anthony to get fan art, I think it's now because like we have a big Scary boy, and that's got some potential, right? Like Anthony doesn't get a ton of like sexy art for his characters. I think we got something. I think we got something with Scar Daddy here. I think we can expect some great things out of Scar Daddy. God damn, you fast, Lindo. He does have dad vibes, just like every single one of his characters. Yes. Character reveals got here in time. Yep, these are the 5 characters for the 5 darts game. We got Piper Rusting. He's got a Goylo with an artist like apron and like some artist tools, and she a cutie. And she's female Lelouch. Um, we got Doctor Graves, big Scary boy with some very nice clothes. We got Abarako Sato, who is definitely got some things going on for her. She's looking at you like, what the fuck you doing here? She got her scrunchie. I love it. That layered hair, which is pretty neat. We got Julian. Julian. All of his pockets and zippers and all those good things. With a hood back. There is a hood back there. You guys might not have noticed because of all the hair, but there is a hood back there he can pull up if he needs to. And then we got Priska Kaufman, with her little scientist coat, and her ahegao, not ahegao. What that's the face. What's the thing? What's the top head thing? It's like a cowlick, but they have like an actual like weeb name for it. What's it called? FOMO, I fixed it. Ahoge, not ahegao. It's an ahoge. Thank you very much. Dude, I'm just saying we need Ahagao Priska now. I'm kidding. All Organization 13 uniforms always have hoods. He's not an Organization 13. He just has Marluxia as a face claim for like whenever we made the thing, and he has a big black coat. I don't see where you guys could ever think Organization 13. Question: any subterrors in DARP? I would say not asking about certain archetypes is probably the best option. Because I don't want to spoil anything about certain characters. I'm gonna say go ahead and let's not talk about certain archetypes or certain things, asking if they're in the game. Because most of the answers will be no, and that'll get people to be really upset. Most of the answers will be no. Question: how much will the dual racing circuit stuff in the anime be in your plot, or will it be more unique stuff directly from your great mind? We do have new rules for turbo duels. Turbo dueling will be a thing. We can't have a 5Ds game without turbo dueling. How much it will be involved is... we'll have to see. It really depends on how much the players like it or not. That's the big thing. Turbo dueling is going to have our own kind of thoughts behind it. It's going to be kind of based off Duel Links and based off the speed duels from Vrains. So it's going to be limited space for stuff, but it's also going to have the turbo dueling aspect of it, of gaining like speed counters and yada yada yada. So it's going to be a pretty neat mix, I think, of dueling. There's going to be 3 different types of dueling that we know about right now, which is going to be master dueling, turbo dueling, and tag dueling. So we'll see like what we end up getting throughout the different times. But I do think that the turbo dueling, or as Eternal Shadow is saying, card games on motorcycles, will be a big aspect of it. Obviously, you can't have a 5Ds game without it. Da-da-da-da-da. Is there any other questions before we end up moving off? Going fast makes me feel alive. My heart beats in hyperdrive. Will there be card games on skateboards? No. Are we doing Vrains? Didn't think so. You have to wait for Dart VR. Blue, how sad will you be if the players decide to avoid dueling at all costs? I'm not gonna be very sad because the game will end very quickly. We'll just move on to City Ninja at that point. The game will end very quickly if there's no dueling. Do you like the Buster Blader archetype? Yeah. Again. Leo had a skateboard? Yeah, fuck Leo's skateboard. Uranes had card games on skateboards. Well, they were more kind of like surfboards in essence. Saronics. They were mostly like kind of like surfboards for Vrains. It was really cool though. I liked it. Vrains is really cool. I feel like there needed to be more stuff with the main character, but Vrains was really good. What'll stop the characters from just punching the villains? Well, you see, a lot of the villains potentially may have some help. Is what I'll say. Not to mention, a lot of the villains potentially will be parts of like gangs and different things like that. So they may be more fit than the party, or at least better equipped to do bare knuckle brawling. Also, they may have weapons, which the party could probably get some too if they'd like to. But those are also illegal. So then they'd have to deal with the police, and like there's things you got. Even though there are gang activity, there is still sector security you got to watch out for. Da-da-da-da. Yo, you can't, but you like kind of promised me being City Ninja. Do we gotta talk or? Listen, you in City Ninja, your character valiantly gave their life so to seal away the nine-tailed dog into the body of the main character. I'm kidding. He might be out of cards, but he's not out of options. Pulls out gun. Well, the thing with it is as well, we're also going based on anime rules of like after people like lose duels, they get into the I lost a duel position, which is where they basically get onto the ground and prostrate themselves. Um, so, uh, will there be the skates? Guys, I'm done answering stupid questions about things being on wheels. I'm waiting for actual questions, please. Da, 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 da. How competent will the police be in the game? Normal 5Ds levels? Around so. You have to think about it. Like the actual 5Ds games. The actual 5Ds games are like the Second Shadow. Come on, man. All right. So the actual 5Ds showed them to be somewhat incompetent. However, you also have to think they were up against Yusei. They were able to set up a lot of really decent traps that Yusei just barely got out of. So they were pretty competent in the actual show. They were just going up against fucking Yusei Fudo. So I'd say around the same level. Around the same level as the anime. They kept even coming up with ideas to like lock down people's like dual runners and all kinds of cool things like that. Will there be silly cameos? Probably not. There will probably be references to other things, but there probably won't be any silly cameos because if you do remember, this is supposed to be a completely different world than the original DARP, so that's the thing. Um, How many cards do you think will take for something to go wrong? Fate cards. I've actually reworked all of the different fate cards to be pretty influential, but there's a lot more agency on player choice in the 5DARPS fate cards. They are less powerful to an extent, but they are very much strong, and the players can decide when to use them a lot more than the current fate cards. So I do like the actual fate cards I've written down right now. A lot of them just kind of give bonuses that the players can kind of like throw in whenever they'd like. So it is looking pretty good for fate cards. I don't think that anything's is gonna completely break the game, though there are still gonna be certain ones that may or may not. We'll have to see. What happens if the characters go to prison? Well, I guess we're getting new art of the characters having themselves some marks on their faces, huh? About how Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments got special card packs as main prize. Do you think something like that could happen in 5DARPS? I don't think there's going to be special card packs. I do think that if they do win any sort of like tournament scenarios, because there's going to be chances. Nobody has to go into a tournament, but there will be potentially chances if certain like things are met throughout the game. And there'll probably be reprizes. I'm not sure if they're going to be special packs. They may just be cards or like regulators or dual runners or things like that. Different timeline, nothing from DARP this year. That is not incredibly true. As far as the original DARP is concerned, it has been far too long for anyone to actually show up. However, original timeline DARP and DARP from the actual game that we did are very different. Not everybody would have been pulled into the singularity of Final Countdown in the original DARP in the original timeline. So there could potentially be some descendants going in. If you remember, the only people who really stuck into the world in the original one were the four main characters, because they never even showed up to school in the original. So there are potential of descendants in the game. I will say that. But there probably won't be a ton of them if there are. We haven't really thought about much of that. Lindo is the main character artist for most of these. So we haven't came up with any ideas on anything like that yet. But you may see some interesting references, I will say. But they won't be anything like the same characters or anything like that. But yeah, in the original timeline, the only 4 people that got pulled into the spirit world were the 4 main characters. In the actual Dark timeline, their entire class, like their entire school did. But that was something that got fixed. So good on them. Colonel Nate's Egg and Bakey House, maybe, man. Dude, we just need to just make like a franchise named Nate's and just have like, hello there, would you like some eggs and bakey, baby? Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. I'm playing. No one remembers Rocco. What is the possibility of player death in the game? We're in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, so death probably low. But a person could potentially lose themselves to the Shadow Realm, or the Netherworld, or Hell, or whatever you want to call it. So there is a low chance of character death. But there could be people actually dying. There could actually be a chance of character of like party wipe and characters like having to do things. For example, if nobody can beat a certain thing, like maybe they'll find a way out of it, but we may end up having to leave characters behind in certain scenarios potentially. There are, just like any game, I'm not going to be holding back when it comes to character death. If they die, they die. You said that people got damn close in Pokemon, so don't jinx it. I mean, there are going to be gang activities, so like somebody could just shoot you. If you're too fucking naive toward like a big boss of like a fucking gang, they could like look at you and be like, "Oh, pull out a gun." And even if that gun is invisible, it could still shoot invisible bullets. We're gonna be turf wars and gang wars. There may or may not be mention of them in backstory and whatnot. Who knows if we get actual ones going down. Again, that all depends on player choice. It depends on how quickly they want to escape from the satellite. If they do want to escape from the satellite, how quickly they want to ally themselves with certain factions. If they do want to ally themselves with certain factions, there are many different ways this game can go. And that all revolves around player choice. Didn't occur to me until just now with the main cast, but Nate and Asher flunked out. Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck. They have Car Beats Gun, don't it? Well, are they Kaiba though? Imagine a drive-by, but it's with dueling. Satellite Streets become a lot rougher when the topsiders game the gang's invisible guns. Ooh, we'll see, man. All right. Probably about 5-10 more minutes. Any other questions, guys? We have enough time for like 1 or 2 more questions potentially. And then I'm gonna leave and watch a freaking thing with my boys because apparently they want to show me a freaking card game. If there is no other questions, that's perfectly fine. We can end things a little bit earlier. But just want to know if there's any other questions about the world, about the things. I've already answered that, Second Shadow. I like all the characters. It doesn't seem like there's any questions. Does not seem like there's a ton of questions. How excited are you for the game? I'm very excited for the game. I think that the game is definitely coming forward. It is going to potentially be starting slowly because we're going to be doing a thing with Jake as well. The game itself is going to be a bi-weekly game. The first 2 games that we do will be just 5DARPS, but then after that we're going to do bi-weekly with Jake, doing his Final Fantasy game. And during the 2 weeks that I think we're doing the first DARP game, he's going to do backstory games for the Final Fantasy game. So it's gonna be they're both gonna be slow going games. They're both gonna be games that are gonna last around for a little bit. But I do think that they're gonna be very interesting games. Do you consider this game to be your biggest project after Zeldarp? I've already spent more money on this game than I think I have in Zeldarp. So, you know. When it comes to, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I haven't. It's getting close. that might be a thing. It's getting close. I think there's going to be a lot more art assets needed for this game than Zeldarp, because with Zeldarp, I could get a lot of the maps and stuff from people on Patreon. Because I'm subscribed to a lot of people on Patreon that give out their maps if they're subscribed to them. But for a modern setting like this, I'm gonna need to have some things created for me, some different assets created for me. There's gonna be a lot more assets needed for this game than most of the other games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna end up being like. I definitely have spent more money on this game for the start of this game than I did for the start of Zelda. So if that like proves anything, the start of this game has been more expensive than the start of Zelda was, which is a bit interesting, because the start of Zelda was pretty expensive as well. How much GP is a door runner? Door runners are illegal for them to have, so who knows? Maybe they'll figure it out if they ever go out of the satellite, but door runners are illegal. Will be a high amount of friendly NPCs in the game, or will they mostly be neutral / hostile most of the time? I understand it's a little based on how characters act, but a rough estimate. So, there are going to be reasons for a lot of characters to be hostile or non-hostile. This is actually a very good question. There are going to be a lot of reasons for people to be hostile or non-hostile, and depending on the group's actions, God, I'm dancing around something really hard right now. Depending on the group's actions, there may or may not be more friendly NPCs, and they may just not find a lot in general depending on their actions. It really depends on how the group sees things, but there will be a lot of aggressive NPCs. It is entirely dependent on the party whether or not any of those aggressive NPCs become friendly NPCs. That was a very dancing question. Redemption? Important question. How's your day, Blue? Been going pretty good. It's been pretty good. All right, guys. We just had a big question. I said we could do 2 big questions, but I don't see a lot of other things going down right now. At least things that I can answer. But till they get shuttered, basically. You'll see. It'll potentially happen within the first 2 to 3 games. Who knows? Again, it's all dependent on party stuff, though. They could be fucking jaded as all hell for all I know. The party, like I love the party right now, but let's take this scenario into account. These fuckers just decide to freaking play evil villains, start up their own cult slash freaking gang, and then start having gang violence all throughout the satellite. I don't fucking know, man. There's not gonna be a lot of allies in that case. Maybe they don't need a lot of allies. Who's to say? But yes, I think that is basically everything for me. There's about 5 minutes until I'm willing to stop here for things. I can't say much else about that last question. But there will be some friendly NPCs, obviously, but the majority of them will not be, unless party stuff, intervention things. Dual Mafia. Yeah, we're the Dual Mafia. What's up? We're Organization 13. Fuck, that's faking. Yeah. Just to kind of go over everything we've already done while I'm waiting to see if there's any other questions. We had Gold Moon Coin, Silver Moon Coin. Have to do Gold Moon Coin again because it's freaking two things. We got Shadow Thief, Thrill Seeker. Really nice effect. Really mediocre stats, but you know, whatever. We got Cool Ranch, Nacho Cheese, and Queso. Those will be their names forever. It's just how. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on a second. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on. No, I didn't just notice anything, Lindo. What are you talking about? Guys, we got him. I don't know what the green Doritos are. Jalapeno? This is jalapeno. We've done it. I'm naming them after like Dorito or like freaking corn chip flavors. I can't name him sour cream and onion. There he is though. Look at him. It's Pokemon. Wow. He can't be sour cream. Sour cream isn't a corn chip. It's a potato chip. It's Link. Ranger Jalapeno reporting. There we go. We got Cool Ranch. We got nacho cheese. We got queso, and we got jalapeno. Perfect. I like how you went out of your way to make him blonde as well instead of like black haired like the other three. It's like no. This one's different. He built different though. Green built different though. Guys, Green built different though. Oh my god, Lindo. Thanks guys. Now Lindo's gonna charge me more for jalapeno because look how great he is. Green is the boss. He's the boss of he's the boss of the harem gang. It's perfect. But yes, pay $50,000. Look, if I ever get $50,000, it's not going to Linda. I'm kidding. Hey, it's Jester. It is. It's Jester Green. But no, that's jalapeno. Who cloned you, Blue? Shy is blonde haired you, slightly sexier than the rest. He's slightly sexier. Oh damn. Maybe we should get like different hair colors for all of them. Like we could have like one of them be brown haired, one of them will have like have blonde hair, obviously black hair, and then like fucking red hair. I don't fucking know, man. All right. But with that amazing thing out of the way, I'm gonna don't you fucking say 1 second. We're not waiting on that shit. That'll be next week. Next week we may have different versions of the harem gang, guys. But yes, until next time, guys. Hope you guys enjoy ourselves. Me and Jordan says in questions below. Hope you guys are gonna have some fun over with the DARP stuff. Currently, I believe we should still have an Aaron streaming. I don't know for a fact. I'm gonna go check. Probably though, right? Yeah, probably. All right. So we are gonna send you guys over to Aaron/raid. We're gonna send you guys over to Frozen Frost. He is currently playing some neato games and being a big cutie. You may maybe one day we'll grab Aaron again. I really do enjoy freaking DMing for Aaron, although he just doesn't have the time for it anymore. But all you guys head off over there. Tell him he's doing good. Tell him he's a big cutie. And I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Enjoy ourselves in questions below. Next week we'll show off potentially some decks. And maybe we'll have whoever's completed their decks. Maybe if they show up, we can have a duel or something. That might be pretty fun. But with all that being said, my dudes, until next time, like always, later days.